All right, so get this. We're going deep on something uh, you wouldn't think would be so profound.
Hmm.
The world of Cuddle Junkie.
Okay.
And it's more than just like comfy clothes, it's like a whole philosophy and
Right.
a movement even, you could say,
Yeah.
about love and acceptance and, fostering those genuine connections.
What I think is so fascinating about what they've done with Cuddle Junkie is that they've managed to tap into something so primal.
Yeah.
This need, we all have this craving for physical touch,
Uh-huh.
but they've elevated it, beyond just the act itself and turned it into this framework for a more compassionate lifestyle.
So we know cuddling feels good, right?
Right.
But what's the science behind it? Like, what's going on that makes us feel all warm and fuzzy inside?
Yeah, it's definitely more than just a feeling in your head.
Okay.
When we cuddle, our brains release oxytocin,
Okay.
sometimes called the love hormone.
The love hormone.
And studies have shown that it doesn't just make us feel good, it actually reduces our stress levels. It can even lower our blood pressure.
So like a natural chill pill.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, and it plays right into this whole cuddle junkie philosophy of,
Right.
creating a more peaceful and harmonious existence.
Yeah, for sure. And the benefits go even deeper than that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
The research is really fascinating.
Okay.
It suggests that oxytocin can reduce inflammation and even help manage pain.
Wow.
Some studies even show that it can boost our immune systems.
So we're not just talking about, a fleeting moment of happiness here.
Bro.
We're talking about real, tangible benefits for our physical and mental well-being.
Absolutely.
And soul.
And it's not just about romantic relationships either.
Right.
Think about, hugging a friend after a tough day
Yeah.
or, snuggling with your pet
Oh, yeah.
when you're feeling down.
Totally.
Those moments of connection, they really do have an impact on our overall health and happiness.
It's funny how we take those little moments for granted sometimes. It's like we're so busy, running around, living our lives,
Right.
that we forget the power of simple human touch.
It's such a great point, and I think that's a big part of what makes the Cuddle Junkie message resonate with so many people.
Yeah.
It's a reminder to slow down,
Mm-hmm.
reconnect with ourselves and with each other, and to really prioritize those simple acts of love and affection that truly nourish us.
Absolutely. So now speaking of Cuddle Junkie,
Yeah.
let's talk about the brand itself because they've really taken this concept and run with it,
So, yeah.
They've created a whole line of clothing designed for couples who value both style and intimacy.
What I find interesting is that they haven't just slapped a catchy name on a pair of sweatpants.
Right?
They've really thought about the design and the functionality of their clothing.
Okay.
Creating pieces that are both comfortable and stylish with features that encourage that closeness and connection.
So they've taken that concept of a cuddle puddle and made it wearable.
Exactly, and their tagline is so perfect.
Oh.
Every day is an opportunity to celebrate love.
I love that.
It really speaks to their mission. It's
Yeah.
not just about wearing comfortable clothes.
Yeah.
It's about creating a mindset,
Yeah.
a culture where love and connection are really at the forefront.
Okay, I'm intrigued, but let's break down this cuddle puddle metaphor a bit more.
Okay.
What does that actually mean in the context of this lifestyle?
So think of it as a community,
Okay.
a space where people feel safe, accepted, and loved for exactly who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's about creating a sense of belonging,
Yeah.
where vulnerability is encouraged and genuine connections can really flourish.
So it's like a safe haven, from all the craziness.
Right.
A place where we can let our guard down and just be ourselves.
Precisely. And the beautiful thing is,
Yeah.
you don't have to wait for an invitation. You
Oh.
can start creating your own Cuddle Puddle right now.
Okay, but how do we actually do that?
Yeah.
Because it's easy to talk about,
Right.
But how do we make it a reality?
Well, it starts with cultivating that Cuddle Junkie mindset.
Okay.
It's about approaching every interaction,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's with your partner, your friends, your family, even strangers,
Yeah.
with a sense of kindness, compassion, and a genuine desire to connect.
So it's about shifting our perspective,
Mm-hmm.
choosing to see the good in others,
Yeah,
and really extending that warmth and generosity.
exactly. And that shift in perspective, it's contagious.
Okay.
When you approach life with that Cuddle Junkie spirit,
Mm-hmm.
it inspires others to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly that warmth starts to spread.
Yeah.
Those connections multiply.
Love that.
And before you know it, you've got a whole network of people radiating positivity and kindness.
That's a powerful thought. It's like we're taking this simple act of cuddling,
Right.
and using it as a catalyst for something so much bigger, something that can transform how we interact with the world around us.
That's exactly what the Cuddle Junkie movement is all about.
Wow.
It's about recognizing the power of human connection and harnessing that power to create a more loving, compassionate, and harmonious world.
I love that. So now that we've laid the groundwork, I'm really excited to dive even deeper
Yes.
into how we can bring more of this warm and fuzzy goodness into our daily lives.
Let's do it.
So let's take a quick break, come back refreshed, and we'll get even cozier.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we've talked about the science behind cuddling,
Right.
and we've kind of gotten a taste of what this whole cuddle junkie philosophy is all about.
Yeah.
But how do we actually, bring more of this good stuff into our daily lives?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And luckily, it doesn't have to be this big, life overhaul.
Okay.
There are small but powerful things we can do to cultivate this Cuddle Junkie spirit.
I'm all ears. Give me the steps.
Well, first, let's talk about self-love.
Okay.
I know it sounds a little cliche, but you can't pour from an empty cup. If you're not showing yourself that kindness and compassion,
Yeah.
it's really hard to extend it to other people authentically.
So before we go creating cuddle puddles for everyone else,
Right.
we got to fill up our own. Well, first that scat.
That's not about being narcissistic or self-absorbed.
Right.
It's just about recognizing your own worth, treating yourself with the same gentleness that you would offer to a loved one.
Yeah.
Notice those negative thoughts that creep in
Yeah.
and challenge them. Ask yourself, am I being too critical here?
Yeah.
Would I talk to a friend like this?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah, we all have that inner critic sometimes.
We do.
So instead of beating ourselves up for every little mistake,
Yeah.
let's practice some self-compassion and focus on our strengths.
Yes, I love that.
And it goes beyond just thoughts, too.
Okay.
It's also about actions. Are you prioritizing your needs? Are you making time for things that bring you joy?
Right.
Recharge your batteries?
Yeah.
Those things may seem small, but they're so crucial for building a strong sense of self-love.
Okay, so we've got the foundation of self-love.
Yes.
Now, how do we start radiating that cuddle junkie energy out into our relationships?
Well, it comes down to those small intentional actions.
Uh,
Think about how you're interacting with people.
yeah,
Are you truly present when they're talking?
right.
Are you really listening and offering support without judgment?
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in our own heads
It is.
and miss those little opportunities for genuine connection.
Yeah, sometimes just putting down the phone,
Mm-hmm.
making eye contact,
Yeah.
really tuning in
Yep.
can make all the difference.
Right, and don't underestimate the power of physical touch.
Oh, absolutely.
A hug, a pat on the back, even just a gentle touch on the arm, that can say so much.
It really can.
Sometimes more than words, even.
Exactly. And it's not about, these big grand gestures.
Yeah.
It's about weaving those little acts of kindness and affection into our everyday interactions.
So it's about creating mini cuddle puddles,
I love it.
in our own little worlds.
Yes. And the best part is it's contagious.
Okay.
When you approach life with that Cuddle Junkie spirit,
Uh-huh.
it really does inspire others to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
And, those connections start to multiply.
I love that.
Before you know it, you've got a whole network of people radiating positivity and kindness.
Speaking of radiating positivity,
Yeah.
what about our physical environments? Can we actually create spaces that encourage those, cozy vibes?
Oh, absolutely. Our surroundings have such a huge impact on our mood and our well-being.
Okay.
Think about a place that makes you feel relaxed and at ease.
Yeah.
What are the elements that are there?
I think for me, it's like soft textures, warm lighting, maybe some candles and some calming music.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Okay.
It's about creating that sensory experience that evokes, comfort, security, and warmth.
Yeah.
Think about plush blankets, cozy throws, comfortable seating,
Yeah.
arranged in a way that encourages conversation.
Uh-huh.
Even something as simple as a diffuser with a calming scent,
Right.
like lavender or vanilla,
Yeah. I love
that
that.
can make such a difference.
So we're creating a physical manifestation of a cuddle puddle,
Exactly.
a space where people can just let go and connect.
I love it.
And it doesn't have to be this huge home renovation project, right?
No, not at all.
We can start small.
Start small.
Yeah?
Create a cozy corner in your living room.
Right.
Dedicate a space in your bedroom for quiet reflection.
Okay.
Or even just, try to declutter
Yeah.
and create some calm in your surroundings.
It's amazing how these little things like rearranging furniture or adding some soft textures can actually shift our energy
Yeah.
and make us more open to connection.
It's all about creating an environment that supports that cuddle junkie lifestyle.
Right.
A space where we feel nurtured and loved by ourselves and by the people around us.
And that feeling of being held and supported,
Yeah.
both physically and emotionally,
It's so important.
is so essential for building those strong relationships.
Absolutely.
So I think we've covered a lot,
Yeah.
from self-love to creating those cozy spaces. But the Cuddle Junkie philosophy goes beyond our own lives, right?
Yes. It's
It does about taking that warmth and compassion out into the world.
Exactly.
So how do we make that leap?
It all comes back to those small intentional actions.
Okay.
But instead of just focusing on our inner circle,
Yeah.
we start to expand outwards.
Okay.
Smile at a stranger, hold the door for someone,
Mm-hmm.
offer a genuine compliment,
Yeah.
or simply listen with an open heart to someone who needs it.
It's about breaking down those barriers that we
Yeah.
build up between us and
Yeah.
realizing, we're all in this together.
Exactly. We all crave connection.
We do.
We all need love.
Uh-huh.
And we all have the power to make the world a little bit brighter.
It's like those ripple effects.
Yes.
Spreading out from our little cuddle puddle
Exactly.
and touching the lives of those around us.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe by embracing this philosophy,
Yeah.
we can actually make the world a little bit more cuddly.
I love that.
One small act of kindness at a time.
Okay, so I think we're ready to explore this idea even further.
Yes.
In our final segment, we'll dive into the deeper implications of this movement
Okay.
and how this seemingly simple concept can transform not just our individual lives, but the world as a whole.
It's pretty amazing.
Welcome back. All right, so we've talked about the science and, we've gotten into the philosophy and even the practical stuff, like how we can, live this cuddle junkie lifestyle.
Right.
But now I want to talk about the ripple effect.
Okay, yeah.
It's one thing to create our own little personal, cuddle puddle,
Mm-hmm.
but what happens when that starts to extend outward?
Yeah, that's when things get really interesting.
That's when it becomes, like a movement.
Yeah.
So what does the cuddle junkie movement have to say about,
Right.
creating a better world, like a more compassionate world?
Well, they believe it starts with recognizing that we're all connected.
Okay.
We're not just individuals floating around out there. Yeah. Our actions, no matter how small, they have a ripple effect
Yeah.
on the people around us and the world as a whole.
So like even just giving a compliment or holding the door for someone,
Exactly.
those little things can contribute to something much bigger.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that we're all part of this web of humanity.
Yeah.
And when we choose to act with kindness and compassion,
Mm-hmm.
it sets off a chain reaction.
Okay.
It inspires others to do the same.
So it's like be the cuddle puddle you want to see in the world.
I love that, yes.
Right.
And it's not about,
Yeah.
preaching or forcing our beliefs on anyone.
Right.
It's just about embodying those values,
Uh-huh.
letting our actions speak for themselves.
So are there like real world examples of how this is playing out?
Yeah, they're actually doing some pretty amazing things. They've partnered with charities that focus on, connection and community,
Mm-hmm.
especially for people who are marginalized or overlooked.
So it's going beyond just, selling clothes and actually putting their money where their mouth is.
Exactly. They're organizing cuddle drives for homeless shelters.
Wow.
They donate a portion of their profits to mental health organizations.
That's great.
They've even created online platforms where people can connect and share their stories.
So it's like they're building a community, a real movement.
Yes, and they want their customers to get involved too.
Oh, cool. How do they do that?
They have this program called Cuddle Crusaders,
I love it.
where people can volunteer their time or donate to the causes that they support.
So we're all little drops in this giant cuddle puddle.
Yes.
And together we can make a wave of love and compassion.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it really highlights the power of this movement.
Yeah.
It's not just about us feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
It's about creating a world where everyone feels seen, valued, connected.
A world where we celebrate our differences.
Yes.
Resolve our conflicts peacefully.
Mm.
And everyone has a seat at the cuddle puddle table.
I love that.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what's one small step our listeners can take today to be a part of this?
Oh, could be anything. Give a genuine compliment.
Right.
Offer a helping hand.
Mm-hmm.
Send a kind text.
Yeah.
Just smile at a stranger.
It's the little things.
That really is.
So remember, we're not just creating cuddle puddles here.
Right.
We're creating a world where everyone feels loved, accepted, and connected.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe someday the whole world will be one giant cuddle puddle.
That's a world I want to live in. This has been The Deep Dive. We'll see you next time.